Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Demon Prince Powie. I'm here, I'm alive, barely. Hair's all gone as well. It's not good, is it? And I'm all a bit stuffed, so you have to put up with my irritating snivelling and voice for the time being. I am on the mend, had a bit of a chest infection. Hope you all had a fantastic, I nearly said summer, Christmas and New Year. Hope it was all fantastic and brilliant for you guys. But it's Dataslate time. It's points updates. That is why we're here today. I'm going to put a few links in the description below. I've got a Facebook group going on, Demon Prince Gaming Facebook group. Put a post up in the community page. Please feel free to drop in, join, say hello. Let's get some traction on Facebook, hopefully, and try and push into the channel as well. Yeah, so that's enough of the plug-in. Let's get into the points reductions or increases. Let's have a look. So Beast of Nurgle is no change. Be'lakor is no change. I'm not surprised at those, to be fair. They performed quite well, didn't they? Both of them, really. Blood Crushers have dropped to 110 points. So that's quite nice. That's not a bad little drop. It's only a 10-point drop, but better than nothing. And it's still a decrease. Okay, so that's not bad. So if you take six models, it's 220 points. You're saving yourself 20 points, 20 points, 20 points. And it's finally happened. Bloodletters have dropped to 120 points. Okay. I feel a little bit more comfortable possibly taking them now. But yeah, that's nice. It needed to happen ages ago. But I'm glad that's changed. So they're 120 points for 10. Bloodmaster has dropped to 65 points. So lovely. That's what you want. You want these little leaders to be lower points. Bloodthirst has stayed the same. I'm a little bit surprised at that. I thought that'd come down to around the 300 mark. But hey ho. Blue Horror stayed the same, 125. Yeah, the infiltrator keyword, aren't they? And they split a little bit. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that still. I'm fine with that. I thought they'd drop a little bit. Not everything's going to drop, but I thought they would decrease a little bit. But I suppose they're doing okay in what the jobs they do and the points they get. Burning Chariot stayed the same. I don't see many people run them. I've used it a couple of times in fluffy games and stuff, but it's 115 points. Changecaster has dropped to 60 points. Like I said, these little leaders, they need to be cheap, don't they? It's, 55 to 80 points, I'd say. It's nice. Contorted Epitome has dropped to 80 points. That's not terrible. The two Demon Princes have stayed the same. Really? Not sure how I feel about that. I like it though. I do like the Demon Princes. But are they 200 points? Nah, I think they're due a drop. Maybe I'm misanalyzing them a little bit. They are quite good, aren't they? They've got the stealth on the one that ain't got wings. Then you got the maybe. I was maybe expecting a 25-point drop on both. Nah, I think that's wishful thinking, isn't it? Wishful thinking. Demonettes have dropped to 110 points. I still think they're trash. I don't like them. I've never liked Demonettes, you know. Never liked Demonettes. But hey, the points reduction is good there. 110 points. Yeah, it's fairish. It's fairish. Epidemus is at 80 points. Oh, and look what's reduced back down after going up. The Exalted Flamer is now at 65 points. It's just, I hate that I believe we got punished for some of these going up because of the Demonic Pact. So the allies are taking them and then they're getting points from these units that are not used in our army, if that makes sense. So 1,000 Suns were taking the Changeling, spamming the Changeling because of the lone operative, and then the points shot up last time. It's just a joke. Like, yeah, okay, I get it, but you're hindering us as well, which unbalances us because we have dropped dramatically. But I think that's going to change a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how the landscape changes. So Exotic Flame is 65 points. Exalted Seeker Chariot is 115 points, stayed the same. Fate Skimmer stayed the same at 105. The Furculent Nalmor is 100 points, stayed the same. Fiends have dropped to 120 points. I bought some Fiends, built them. Cool looking models. They are cool looking models. I can't wait to paint them. That'll be coming on live. And they were at the start of the edition. I think they were 150, then they're 130, now 120. Because they don't they're fast, but they don't do what they should on the tin to me. It's weird, but I'm all for the reduction. That brings them in line with Plague Drones and Blood Crushers, who I just mentioned. So I like that. I like that reduction. That's fine. And look, like I said, with the Exotic Flamers have dropped to 75 points for 3 models, and obviously 150 for 6 models. Nice. Thank you for the change. I like that. And then we're going to go up to the Flesh Hounds. Stayed the same. Well, they're point scorers, aren't they? Flesh Hounds. They're quite alright, aren't they? I don't mind them. I love Khorne. I love Khorne. Fluxmaster stayed the same, 6 points. This has shocked me, and Great Unclean One has dropped to 230 points. There's a few shocks in here. Why? I'm all for it, but why have you dropped it to 230 points? There's no need for it to be dropped to 230 points. But I'm going to take it, so I can have a decent, and then you can still give it the, what do you call it? The Endless Gift for 30 points. At 260 points, you have an absolute bulky boy at the back in the shadow. Just try and kill it, sitting on objective, scoring points. Easy. So I like that. Hellflayer stayed the same at 105. The Horticulus Slugman. I struggle with his name. Dyslexia. 120 points, so he stayed the same. The Infernal Enrapturus, I don't know if I butchered that, has dropped to 60 points. I think that was 75-ish. So dropped to 60 points. Karios Fate Weaver has dropped to 270. That's interesting. They dropped all the big guys. Okay. Dropped 15 points. Okay. I did a thing about him, actually, and so I thought it's quite expensive, but that's not bad. 15 points saved. You can put it elsewhere. Okay. Karanak has also dropped to 65 points. Nice. I'm for some of these changes, you know. Keeper of Secrets has had a 40-point drop. Wow. To 290. I mean, I'm not seeing anybody pick Keepers of Secrets. I mean, they were solid in 9th, but this edition, they don't even get a look at. We get a Keeper for less than 300 points. That's not terrible. I still prefer the Bloodthirster. Lord of Change stayed the same, 260. Nurglings have gone up to 40 points for 3 models, 80 for 6, 120 for 9. Pink Horrors have stayed the same. They're not dropping with the others? No? Okay. That's throwing me a little bit. I thought they were dropping as well, but obviously I've used them a couple of times, and I'm telling you, they just die. They just die. Need saves, really. Need saves rather than invents, you know what I mean? But we're demons, aren't we? That's what we do. Okay. That's thrown a curveball. Lost train of thought. Plague Drones have stayed the same. Rightly so. I think they're solid for 120 points. Toughness 8, 5 wounds each. What more can you want? Tie up units. Bloody lovely, the Plague Drones. Plague Bearers have dropped to 110 points. See, all the battle line have dropped, but Nurglings have gone up, and Pink Horrors have stayed the same, and Blue Horrors have stayed the same. So they must be doing something right, if they're staying the same. Poxbringer has dropped to 55 points. Renmaster of the Blood Throne, who I'm loving a lot more recently, is stayed the same at 150 points. Okay, I didn't know that. Rotigus has dropped to 230 points. Wow. Okay. Not mad. Like it. I like Rogus. He's a very high value unit. He's 30 points more expensive than a Demon Prince. That's a no-brainer for me. Absolute no-brainer for me. Wow. Cool. Take it. I take anything I can get. And so will you guys, you know what I mean? Screamers have dropped to 75 points. Yeah, because no one's picking them. No, I keep going to pick them, and then I'm like, you're too expensive for me. I need other stuff. I mean, I know they're fast. But I go, don't care. You don't do enough hitting on 4s, man. It's pish. I know that's not their job, but you know what I mean. You need to be able to hold your own a little bit. Yeah, 70-75. I think that's fair for a free, to be fair. Seeker Chariot has dropped to 65 points. Okay. Underrated. Okay, yeah, I like that. Oh, God, I've just seen something a bit further down. Wow, okay. I need to start getting this right. I've just seen something. Seekers have dropped to 80 points. What were they, 85, 95? I think they were fine around that, if I'm honest. But they do die fast. I'm finding these die fast when I use them, and that's why I never take them. I'm just going to go Monster Mash. Shalaxi has gone up to 500 points. Now I'm lying. She stayed the same. I thought that was going to drop to 425 or 435. I find it ridiculous how she stayed the same, but those frigging Catans for Necrons are not even that expensive. It's a bit of a joke, really, but well, whatever. She's one of the most expensive models in the game. I mean, she's a cruise missile. Well, I thought she'd maybe drop a little bit, but with other points drops elsewhere, you're more inclined to pick her, even though she's more expensive. So, well, we'll see. We'll see if your list's changed a lot. Here's one that's just caught my eye. Scarbrand has dropped to 305 points. He's just had 40 points cut off of him. Wow. That is a big drop. So, Scarbrand, 305 points. That's making me go, yes, he's cheaper than a Bloodthirster. And he does hit like a truck with a flat 6 damage. He's just a bit slow, but you got the Deep Strike and Be'lakor to get around that. He's definitely going to get picked a bit more. I use him anyway, but he's definitely going to be like, yes, please. Yes, please. Get him in. Skull Altar, I've never used. I don't even have one. 105 points. Stayed the same. Skull Cannon, 105 points. Stayed the same. Again, another underrated unit. I kind of like them. Skullmaster has dropped to 100 points. Skull Taker has dropped to 85 points. Okay. Leaders should be cheap. I'm not mad at that for the damage he does. 85 points. Again, yes, please. Sloppity Bile Piper stayed the same, 55 points. There's no way it's getting cheaper, potentially more expensive, but no. Soul Grinder has dropped a lovely whopping 10 points to 190. Are you going to be picking it? There's cases for it, isn't there? Depends what's in your meta, isn't it? That's why I always come back to that. It depends what's in your meta. Like, I could sit here, do the maths, which I have done, slate a unit or rate a unit and go, mathematically, average-wise, they're doing this, and it's good. But then in your meta, you'll go, no, they're excellent in my meta because I go up against this, and this, and they just do amazing. And then I go, well, I'm playing against this all the time and playing against this, and they just don't perform for me, so I need to blah, 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 blah. But Soul Grinders, I've only seen a couple used, not many. I've used them a couple of times in fluffy lists. Potentially using one tomorrow, I don't know. I'm now going to have to redo my list for tomorrow. I'm playing White Scars tomorrow. We'll see. Right, Spoilpox Scrivener, 60 points. He's dropped down to 60 points. Shaliesk. I can't say his name. The cool dude. He stayed the same at 120. Fair, because he comes back, doesn't he? Blue Scribes has gone up to 75. That was 65 before, wasn't it? Yeah, again, fair. Changeling stayed at 90. Yeah, fair. And the Mask of Select has dropped to 85. Yes, needed. 105 points. Way too expensive. Why are you picking that? 105 points. Yes, she's lone operative, but she's poo. 85 points. Fair. So we want cheap leader. That's helpful now for me because I can pick them two and have them deep strike in to do deploy teleport homers or behind enemy lines. Oh, yeah. They could be in my lists. Because that's what I do. It's got small bases as well. I can hide them and then I don't care if they die because then they've just got me points. So, Tormentor on Exalted Chariot has stayed the same, 140 points. And Transweaver has stayed the same at 60 points. And lastly, the enhancements have all stayed the same. So some key changes there. Khorne have dropped down in near enough everything. And Nurgle have dropped down as well. By the Nurglings. Nurgle have dropped down. I can't believe Rotagus is 230 points. That's just a big wow to me. Like, what? Scarbrand as well. Big change. Yeah, this is going to make lists a bit interesting. I need to touch on something else, and I've not got it ready. Is it rules commentary? I don't need the Dataslate thing. The Dataslate thing was to do with the packed allies. It's this bit. It's this bit that I'm going to get for you guys on your screen. It's about abilities with the same name. If you haven't seen this, I think this is a game changer. It's not just going to affect us. You've got to remember it's going to affect other armies as well. But read it out. Abilities with the same name, excluding aura abilities, can affect units multiple times. But if such an ability applies a named condition to a unit, E.G suppressed, that condition can only affect the target once. Okay, so the example one is Anna has 2 great and clean ones in an army. Well, that's us, isn't it? And her opponent's intercessor squad with... Wait there, I've read that wrong. Anna has 2 great and clean ones in her army and targets her opponent's intercessor squad, I can't speak, with both of those models' Nurgle Rot ability. As the ability is not an aura, it can be applied multiple times to the target unit, reducing the toughness characteristic of models in the intercessor squad by 1 for each use of the ability, for a total reduction of 2. Wow. So you can use their ability, drop it by 2. Now all of a sudden your plague bearers are looking a bit better, or your plague drones, or your Sog, or whatever going into it, because it's not just every unit in your army is going to benefit from that. Your Thirsters, Be'lakor, Shalaxi, Soul Grinder, anything that hits, Bloodletters, Blood Crushers, everything's going to benefit from that. And obviously you've got the Renmaster abilities, you know, strength, what is it? Strength. Strength, AP, and damage increased by 1, and you can do it twice, potentially 3 times. So, yeah, you imagine if someone's not got an inburn, and you go, well, you don't get a save because it's minus 5 AP, because you've been targeted by the 3 Renmasters, and now I'm doing 5 damage. That's going to be nasty. We'll see how that plays out, but that's going to be very, very nasty. Example 2 is where they say it doesn't work. So Sean has 2 custom booster blasters in his army and targets his opponent's aggressor squad with both of those models. With both model Reeftin Daka ability. As this ability is not an aura, it can be applied multiple times to the target unit. But as it applies the suppressed condition, its effects will only happen once, which is subtracting 1 from the hit roll, regardless of how many times the target unit is suppressed. So they're saying if you do a condition like they're using the suppressed as the example, it'll only stack once, so there's no point in doing it. Yeah, but that's going to lead to some interesting combos, especially with us now. Yeah, I'm going to have to look through and have a look at new combos for this. Just abilities with the same name. Bloodletters come to mind, big time, with the Renmaster. But yeah, what do you think to the changes? Deserved and been waiting. This should have happened last time. Even when we were mid, some of the stuff should have dropped. Some of the big guys have dropped a hell of a lot that I weren't expecting. No way was I expecting to get Scarbrand for 305 points. About time. I like it. We shouldn't be paying over the odds for these guys. We want to be fielding them on the board because they get shot the out of, and we lose them very, very quickly. They're like two turns. Some stuff. I'm happy. I'm happy with the changes. Even the two things that went up. Yeah, fine, cool. Put the Nurglings up. That's fine. What do you think to changes? You like the changes? Not like the changes? What do you think to the abilities with the same name? I mean, that's going to be mad. I think that's going to be mad. We're going to cook up some amazing little synergies there. As always, thank you for watching. I know it's just run through the points, but like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys.